Why, hello. Why, hello. I am motherfucking live. I am live. Look how many chins I have. Anyways, making it in comedy. I was obsessed with making it in comedy, and I was just making a bunch of fucking little short videos that I'm like, I'm just gonna stream and I'm just gonna talk about comedy and make it in comedy. And I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm just gonna fucking talk about shit. And I'm just gonna put a fucking yellow background on it. Because I don't fucking care. And it should just be a yellow background because it should be yellow because yellow is fucking happy. And I was gonna get a fucking shirt with the fucking smiley face on it that was just yellow with the black smiley face. But I like the smiley face shirt with the red tongue. So it's yellow and it has a black fucking smiley face and then it has a red fucking tongue. But they didn't have the one with the red tongue because I used to have one with the red tongue, and I had it when I was completely fucking nuts, and I used to wear that shirt, and I used to get this little overcoat, and so I had that shirt, and I actually stole that shirt, but it was a really nice shirt. I stole it from fucking Walmart, if I remember right, because I was just fucking crazy, and at one point I was homeless, living out of my fucking car, so I was just like, I want this fucking shirt, so I fucking stole it, and that shirt made me feel good, and I have no idea what the fuck happened to that shirt. It probably was lost when I ended up trashing one of my apartments and getting evicted and losing a bunch of my stuff and flooding the apartment. And then a lot of the stuff that I wrote and a lot of the poetry I wrote was just soaked in notebooks on the ground because I don't even remember. How was there water on the floor anyway? I don't even... Blame it on those Home Alone guys. The Wet Bandits. This is a fucking Wet Bandits. That's who it was. I guess. Might as well be. Who cares? Everyone's on cocaine and heroin anyway tonight. I mean, who gives a shit, right? Who gives a shit who robbed Seth of his innocence? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just wanted to fucking stream live and do like a weird comedy thing and see what I could do. Hey, what's up, you creep? Just kidding. Oops, I fucked this up. That's not what I was trying to do. What's up, weirdo? Weirdo? Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff. I have millions of people watching me, and I don't have time for that. Sorry. You don't matter. I'm just kidding. Trying to fix this, actually. Messed it up. You would join my stream. You would join my stream. Yeah, I just was talking in a bunch of videos, and then I was like, man, I need... Okay, so anyway, well, you had quite the day, honestly. What's your day? What happened? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Had to replace my harmonic banner to tune up all my belts and keeping it from running. Damn. That's rough. Ah, man, I fucked up this thing. I was trying to put a yellow tint. Oh, that... It actually looks kind of fucking artistic. But yeah, I was literally just sitting in a fucking park. I was trying to walk around And the sun was going down. And then I started filming some videos. And then I tried to film some fucking videos. And then I basically just like, I was just like, you know, I made a bunch of videos and then I was just like, man, I'm just gonna go stream because I just want to like talk about shit. I was talking about making it in comedy, how hard it is, how impossible it is. Like, it's really hard, man. It's not like you can just, like, all of those people that make it, like, a lot of them are either like really, really good and they have experience. Well, that's the thing is, do you get experience from joking around with people? And that's where talent comes from, is because you get so good because you just love joking around. Like, a lot of people, they're not good at, I don't know, you know, it's just, you know, when you have so many, like, you're born into it kind of thing. Like, you're born into funny. Like, if you have funny, like, I have a lot of funny shit that happened to me growing up. Like, I had a lot of siblings and stuff. So it was really, it was really funny for me. But you know, it doesn't matter how many fucking siblings you have. It could still be funny no matter what. So I was just like you know, I'm constantly thinking about it. It's not like I'm just thinking about it today. I've always been thinking about it. But the thing about it is it's like some of those people, man, like some of those people, they grind for a long time before they get anywhere. And I'm fucking 30 years old. I don't know. Like, I could be doing a lot of different shit. I could be making better videos and taking my time and not rushing shit and, you know, a lot of that shit. But at the same time, there's no excuse. There's nothing that's like, just because I'm funny in front of a couple people that I know, or, you know, a couple people are like, hey man, you should go do stand-up comedy. Like, you're fucking hilarious. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. You know, but then again, I mean, it may not translate as well, or it might not translate as much as, you know, like my comedy might not translate to like stand-up comedy or internet comedy. Because like internet comedy is different too, you know? So you're just like good as like a friendly comedian. Like as a friend, you're funny, but you start putting in all these other things and it's just like, you know, live performances, technical comedy, you know, basically like editing your comedy, like being a writer or being a performer, being an actor, being a stand-up comedian versus actor or writer, being an impressionist, you know, facial expressions, sound impression, all of that fucking shit. The sound of your voice. Do you have a good voice? How good is your voice? How good can you just make your voice? How can you just sit there and be like, hey, I'm gonna make... Actually, I'm not able to play these on my stream. It's okay. I was trying to get a funny little... I have so many splice samples, I'm just gonna...
Do you find it fun? Funny. Funny. Real funny.
Well, that's funny. I never got your list. Well, that's funny. I never got your list. Well, that's funny. I never got your list.
It inserted the image?
Well, that's funny. I never got your list. Well, that's funny.
Why did it insert the image?
I never got your list. Well, that's...
Jesus.
Well, that's funny.
Oh my God.
I never got your list. Well, that's funny. I never got your list. Well, that's
I don't understand why it inserted the list.
I never got your list. Well, that's funny.
What the fuck? It inserted the image with the sound. So weird. I'm actually not supposed to be playing these. I'm trying to find a sound to download. There we go. I should have made a list. Where is it? Don't insert the image with the sound. Oh, anyways, yeah. So I'm just, I don't know, considering a lot of different things, man, and just realizing like how small and insignificant I am. And when you really want to use the word comedy, it's just a word of reference to something that's fun, to something that's funny. And I don't think I'm funny. I'm not funny. I'm not funny at all, man. Like, I mean, maybe you wouldn't bring it down that much, be like, hey, man, you're not funny, but I don't know. I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, you know you're funny, but you can't do anything about it because you've already worked. Like, I've already done a lot about it. I've already tried a lot. I've already done a lot of things. Have I made any money off of being funny? No. I've made no money. And honestly, that, you know, that's all it's really about, you know? You don't make fucking money off that shit. Maybe you're not as talented as you thought you were. But I don't know. I don't know how to think of my situation. I don't know, man. Like, am I gonna grow? Do people actually care? It doesn't seem like anyone really cares, man. Doesn't seem like I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like anyone really cares. So for me to really like be like, oh, I'm gonna make it in comedy. Oh, it's the dream. It's like, I don't even give a shit anymore, man. I don't fucking care. And maybe that's my problem is I don't fucking care. I don't care. So for me to sit here and you know, be all like inclusive on myself and be like, oh yeah, this, that, or the other thing, like, I'm, you know, oh, my dream, oh, I'm getting let down. Like, oh, I'm getting let down. Look at that. I just got let down. Like, my dreams are just crushed before me, and it's like, oh my god. And it's like, well, I don't know. Like, is comedy just a word? Like, is comedy just a word, or is it actually something that, you know, I don't know. It's just something to describe something, I guess is the best way to put it. It's not like, oh, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, you know? This consistency too, man. Like, it's so hard to write like a good joke, man. Like an actual good joke. I look at some of these motherfuckers, dude. I've seen so many comedians, especially on Twitter. Like, I see these comedians on fucking Twitter. They'll tweet out a little thing. Sometimes it's just like one word. It's actually not really like a good, like, technical joke. Like, there aren't really a lot of dynamics to the joke at all, actually. Like, there's no dynamics to the joke, but people are liking it and shit. It's really hard for me to get people to like my jokes. On Twitter, too. And I've had some success with jokes on Twitter. I've had some success, like... But it seems like no matter what I do, I can never get, like, more than 10 likes on Twitter. And even if I have a really good joke, it might get, like, 5 fucking likes. And it's just like... You know, and then you have to say, well, hey, maybe those jokes aren't as good as you thought. And it's like, no, they're really good fucking jokes. Like, if some guy who was already famous told that fucking joke, or if I was writing comedy for something else and someone else, you know, someone else's name on it, it would have been fucking gold. Like, I've even written things and I've seen other people, like, it's so cliche for you to write something that someone else has already written that so many things that you write, it's just like X amount of things are probably already gonna be fucking written. So I go over and I seen this guy's tweet, this kind of famous guy, and I look at his fucking tweet, and it has a bunch of likes and shit. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter what the fuck he tweets at this point. He's got a bunch of fans and shit. People fucking, you know, he's in the like that mainstream groove, like he's in that river flow. Like he's in that traffic flow of like, damn, like a lot of people in the world know who he is. At the same time, maybe, you know, there's people that are more famous than him, you know, but people in their fame, they go up and down, you know. But it seems like if you reach to a certain point, most people in the world are gonna know who the fuck you are and be like, oh yeah, hey, that guy's a baller. He's fucking successful. Like he's rich, like he don't give a fuck. So once you get to that point where you're rich and it's like, well, shit, it don't even fucking matter anymore what you do. But, you know, I look at this guy's tweet and I'm like, man, I tweeted that. Like, he could have stole it from me. I don't really know. I think it's a common thing. It's, I'm a different breed. This fucking sheet's right behind me. It's, I'm a different breed. I'm a different breed. Just, I'm a different, I was saying this years ago. I was saying, I'm a rare, and it was actually in a poem. It's, I'm a rare breed. That's not the poem, but that was the line. Is I'm a rare breed. And so I look at this guy's tweet and I know I tweeted that exact line out. I'm a different breed. I remember tweeting it and I go look at his tweet and it's got a bunch of likes and I'm sitting there like, dude, there's literally nothing. There's no difference here, man. The only difference is the guy is already famous and he has a different kind of talent. So really, all you really need to do, and that's why they always say, you know, it's that whole cliche thing of feast or famine. You know, especially as an actor or comedian, like you're gonna feast or you're gonna famine, because either you're gonna fucking be you're either gonna be really popping or like dead as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing that I'm starting to see. This damn bullshit. This damn fucking bullshit. My fucking shit just unplugged. But that's the shit I'm starting to see, man, is it's like, as long as you're able to get in people's psyche and they know you're there and you actually have the talent, then it's like, it's not like you're gonna be able to get your foot in the door and shit. And that, and yo, what's up? But it's like, it's really like this, like people get really whiny about it and they get really confused and they get to the point where they're like, well, like, why am I successful? Like, why am I not successful? Why aren't people liking my, like, why isn't this and why isn't that happening? And you know, and I'm starting to see, there's a lot of different dynamics to it. Like, if you do stand-up comedy, you're gonna have access to a whole different type of fan if you do stand-up comedy. Yeah, man, I finally had to do it. And you know what's funny about me getting a haircut, dude? You know the funny thing about me getting a haircut is I actually got like a lot more swipes on Tinder. Like a lot more like likes on Tinder, which was funny because as soon as I changed it, and some girls like the fucking, and of course a lot of them that I had messaged, they don't even message back. Like you message them one time and they don't message you back. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. It's something to do, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's weird too. It's like, why did you even, what the fuck? Like, you're not even gonna unmatch me. You're just gonna leave it there. Like, cause they don't want you to think that you're like unmatched, like you were noticed. Like, it's like a thing where they don't respond because they don't want to act like they notice. Cause they get like nervous or something. And I'm just chilling over there all balling and yeah, I don't know, man. You know, before I did this, I was like, I'm going to keep that fucking cut. Like, I'm gonna shave and I'm gonna keep clean cut. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I want to go for the fro one more time. I want to do the fro, And then I was like, I'm gonna do a beard. And then when I shaved it the other day, I was like, man, what was I fucking doing with this beard, man? You know? And a lot of people out where I live, it's almost Canada, but it's not really Canada. But a lot of people rock beards out here because they were just like kind of out in the fucking wilderness. Like we're out in the middle of nowhere, kind of like we're out in the hills, man. Like we're out in the fucking. I don't really. I guess are they mountains? I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So like depending on your fans, you can either get live fans or you can get like stand-up comedy fans or different fans through friends and stuff like that, or you can get fans through internet. So internet comedy and stand-up comedy are two different worlds, but I was taking a look at stand-up comedy and I was thinking about it a lot, and I almost think that stand-up comedy is an old school type of thing in a certain respect. Like but see, like a lot of the comedians, this doesn't seem like they'll get like Netflix specials unless they're doing something like stand-up comedy or acting, right? Because a lot of the YouTube shit a lot of the comedy YouTube shit that people make isn't really like Netflix type of shit. It's not really like that kind of stuff that you would put on Netflix necessarily. But if they got a special, maybe they're not necessarily an actor, so it wouldn't be a movie. So it's just kind of like this weird kind of ground where it's like, what? Ollie? Yeah, it's Oliver. Yeah, that's Oliver. But no, like I was just like thinking about a lot of these things and just kind of like because I don't live in a good area for stand-up comedy. And honestly, I have like, if I'm gonna do stand-up comedy, I'm gonna have to overcome stage fright, and I'm gonna have to overcome a lot of those things, and I'm gonna have to go in front of real people, because you go on Twitter and it's a lot different. You can say whatever the fuck you want on Twitter. So you go on Twitter, you can make any joke that you want, and if you're offensive, you can fuck with the wrong crowds, like. And sometimes, like for me, I can be really vicious with my jokes, and I can be very aggressive on Twitter. And so I come over to like say, or like someone comments something very vicious or aggressive to me, and sometimes it's just like, they're just being an asshole saying some fucking mean ass shit. And so I look at that and I'm like, well, I'm a fucking hypocrite for one, because I say some mean ass rude shit, because I can be very like, almost like, I don't live in New York, but I can almost go there with that kind of attitude where it's like, you just kind of shoot it straight and just kind of like talk shit or whatever. But, I don't. Oh. Yeah, Oliver was just fucking around. He didn't mean it. Yeah, it's kind of hard when like me and Oliver can talk shit to each other, and it's cool, but like I guess like if, and I think that's like kind of what I'm talking about too. Like people come on my channel and they say things, and it's like I don't really know how to, like, I don't know if they're doing a joke, like it's an inside joke for them, or if they're just like, it's like, man, this guy's being just an asshole. But then again, it's like, well, shit, if I was their friend, they would probably be cool. But you never really know, like, is someone drunk? Are they just like trying to troll you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, but see, that's the thing about fucking Twitter, dude, is I go on there and I make these jokes and I go like insult someone, or like, I'm not trying to insult them, but I'm just making a joke, like, and it's like a criticism. It's like a criticism joke. And I can say like shit that I should not say. Like jokes that I should not say, because I'm just like having fun and like tweeting jokes. Like honestly, like I know Oliver has read my Twitter. Well, like Grim Reaper, if you went and read my Twitter and you read the whole thing, you would probably be like, damn. Like I probably shouldn't even have said that to you, because like if you went and read it, like I'm not really sure if you like, you'd probably be like, man, this guy's fucked up. But I don't know, it's weird because there's different like types of people on Twitter that'll joke. And there's this thing with Family Guy. They have this fucking list of things that you shouldn't joke about. And so but here's, okay. So now I'm getting into something really complicated that I've been looking at. Like the sitcoms and a lot of those shows that they put on for a large majority of people, and a lot of people see these shows, right? And they're like these relatable jokes. Like they have these jokes in these shows that a lot of people get exposed to. So when you have a person like me, like if I try to make those jokes, they might not hit as much because at that point it's a cliche. It's not going to be as effective. So for a person like me to come into comedy and try to make jokes that are gonna fucking hit better, you have to be riskier because you're not gonna be able to do these jokes that, you know, because people get a tolerance and a sensitivity to a certain type of comedy, and then over time, you know, it might not be as funny. It's like, you know, when you watch a movie, fucking, if it's really funny, and you can watch it like fucking 10 times, or, you know, you can watch it as however many times as you know, until it's, you know, it kind of, like, it'll always be like, damn, that's such a good, it's such a funny movie, but it's not like you're gonna watch it every day. So it kind of becomes this thing to where it's just like, you know, like everybody has a comedy tolerance level to the point to where they might already be desensitized to your comedy through someone else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this thing where it's the dynamic of, if someone says you're not funny, but you know you're fucking funny to the right type of person, then, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if someone says I'm not, because people say I'm not funny all the time, like on Twitter or YouTube, because I've been getting more views on YouTube and stuff. But like, people are saying that's not funny. Like, I made a joke about Britney Spears, okay? I made it, and it was really fucking hilarious. I had to say it because it was fucking hilarious. But so there's that whole thing about Britney Spears, and I went and commented. I said she's not that innocent. Well, you have to actually read the thing. But so, and it was funny. Like, some people liked it, and one person said not funny, and then someone said I'm a dirty old man, and like 50 people liked her comment. So. And only like 5 people liked my joke, the joke, because it's just, you know, I don't even feel like that's just a given. Like, it's just like, I'm not that innocent, you know. It's just as, so like 50 people liked the response because she's like, oh, you just like to laugh at her expense, you're just a dirty old man. No, it was she's not that innocent. Not that innocent. I actually said, but she's not that innocent. And she said, oops, I did it again. And she said, yeah. So that was a joke anyway. But anyways, funny can be objective. Yeah, man. Well, there's like a lot of like, I was reading this book, right? And I guess I don't really want to be like promoting other things or shouting out other things. But I was just reading this book. It's called How to Write Funny, and then How to Write Funnier. It's a guy who wrote on Saturday Night Live. I can't even remember his name. But or wait, no. I think he wrote on Saturday. I think he's the founder for The Onion, which is like a fake news type of. It's a fake news comedy newspaper, which I guess it's been around for a long time. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but so I read this book, and it's talking about like these different like, you can break it down from a technical aspect, what is funny and why it is funny, and so like you have to like study it. But it's basically saying like, yeah, like it doesn't matter if you have talent or not. It doesn't really matter who you are. Like, you can be funny and you can like achieve, you know, these amazing pieces of work, but you have to be able to, it just basically says you have to write comedy, you know, no matter if, yeah, satire on media, which I'm not even really like too familiar with the word satire, to be honest. Like, I don't know, I guess it comes from, like, whenever I see the genre, it says satirical comedy on Hulu, and I'm just kind of like, it's kind of funny because I don't even know, like, I'm probably like, for a guy talking about comedy, I'm probably like, talent, like I'm probably got talent, but I'm probably an idiot at the same time. So everyone is funny, but yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm able to, like, sometimes I can make like a really good fucking joke, or I can just keep people fucking rolling sometimes, and it's like, holy shit, Seth, you know, But it's weird because I can get into a really dark state where I'm just like, man, I don't even give a fuck anymore. Like, I'm tired of trying to be funny, and I don't know, man. It's just kind of this weird thing to where it's like, I don't even really think I'm funny. I don't even think I'm a comedian. And I've been posting a bunch of videos, like short videos saying like, comedian does this or comedian does that. And like, I don't really think of myself as a comedian. And honestly, it's kind of a cliche when you realize like, there's like thousands of fucking people that will call themselves a comedian or an artist or whatever, but how many of them are actually successful? But then again, I mean, you can just kind of self-proclaim yourself nowadays and just be like, hey, I'm a fucking writer, and go self-publish your fucking self. Because basically anybody can just write some shit down, and as long as they get the pages in, they can go publish some shit, and then there you got a fucking book. Now, that's the point that I'm getting at, is like, basically the book that I'm reading, it breaks down the different kinds of comedy, irony. I can't even remember all of them really, like off the top of my head, because you have to, and to really like implement them in and to do what the book says, it's really like this, like you got to get feedback, and you have to, you know, there's all these like steps that the guy is saying is how you actually get funny shit. Because like sometimes you think something's, all right, I'll see you later. Told my friends a joke and they died from cringe. I tried to be funny, but it broke my funny bone. But yeah, I don't know, that this joke or this book's just like basically like, I don't know, breaking down a lot of different types of comedy and how to write it. And basically I wrote like fucking 80. This book well, it wasn't supposed to be a book. Hey, Junior. But it wasn't supposed to be a book. It was supposed to be just me writing down jokes. And it's called, I just named it Joke Notes, because I'm like, okay, I'm just going to write down jokes every fucking day. Like anything that comes in my fucking head, I'm going to write this shit down. And so I was making short videos with that. I was making these little segments, and I had some success with that, but I found that if I did random shit and I was more spontaneous and I caught myself off guard and I did random funny shit, it could either be really bad or it could be really good, or people could just be like, what the fuck is this? And they have actually said, what the fuck is this shit on my channel? Or they say not funny. Or you might see someone on my channel with the shorts and they'll be like, ha 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 ha, because I made a fucking ton of them. I made a ton of fucking shorts, dude. So I just write these little segments, these funny little, like, it could be something that's completely fucking stupid, but it's just relatable. But what I found out is when I would read them, I wasn't acting them. I wasn't able to make them funny because you have to memorize them. So if I just sat there and I just did shit like I'm doing right now, like if I just did something and it was more natural, it was more organic. So it's like you have to fuse the technical writing with the impressionist whatever acting. You know what I'm saying? I pray for all my videos because of that. Yeah, dude. Well, dude, but that's the thing, man. Is like for me to sit here and be so sensitive and be like a pin cushion or something, like I guess if you're a pin cushion, people can stick a needle in you, can just sit there. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I was actually a few years ago. I was way sensitive, and 10 years ago, and I made a video, and I've talked about this before on my channel, but I fucking quit. Like I uploaded some videos, some funny videos, because I was just making some funny videos, and I uploaded them, and they didn't, nothing really happened, and I was kind of like embarrassed. Like I was like, oh shit, like I felt like really like fuck, dude, I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, man, I can't have this shit out there. This is fucking embarrassing. Like I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like this is just like people, almost like people are laughing at me. Like it's funny because I was trying to be funny, and it was like people are laughing at me, but in the different context, they're not laughing with me. They're not, they're not laughing with me. They're laughing at me. But no one really seen the videos. But I ended up deleting the videos. Like I deleted the fucking videos, dude. And this was like 10 years ago. I deleted those videos, and I can't get those videos back now. They're pretty much gone, which I fucking hate myself for, because now I don't have those videos. I don't have those videos. They're just gone, dude. And I hate myself for that. And I did this with a lot of different stuff, because I used to play guitar and sing, and I'd make videos and I still have a couple of those. and they're on a different channel, the channel I used to use. But and I still have some of the stuff. I think I don't know if I reposted it. But anyways, so I lost a lot of those. I would play guitar and sing, and I was really like camera shy, and I didn't want to, you know. And then I learned what streaming was like 3 years, or I think I learned what streaming was like 5 years ago. Like, I didn't even know it exists. I didn't even know it was there, dude. I didn't even know it existed until it started popping up on X, because I pretty much played console all my life. And so they started doing more stuff with Xbox and streaming, and I didn't really know it existed. And then so I started to stream, but I was also like camera shy and shit, and I was like, man, like I can't, like, and I quit smoking cigarettes a few years ago, and I was smoking, and I didn't want to smoke like on a fucking stream. Like, I'm sitting there chain smoking in my fucking house on a fucking stream, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I can't like chain smoke cigarettes in front of people. And I know this one guy I was watching, he lost a lot of weight, and he's like, man, when I was fatter, I couldn't even show myself on camera. I just couldn't do that to people. Like, I just didn't want to put and you know, I'm like, damn, holy shit, because I get called fat once in a while, which I don't really give a fuck, because I'm actually a really tall person, and I actually am like I do exercise and shit, and I am, you know, like, I'm not someone that's just like completely let themselves go and they're just like eating a fucking gallon of ice cream every fucking day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But no, I totally do. But anyways, my point is that like I deleted all this shit, and there's a lot of different reasons why you might not want to fucking like go on camera and do what the fuck you want to do, because of this or that. And there's so many fucking trolls. There's like people, like these people have no fucking life, to the point they will go find a person. They will go find a person that looks like they could fuck with them, that looks like they're just, you know, sensitive or whatever. And they'll legitly go find these people and prey on them and try to control them, try to get a reaction. So they get like they get real entertainment by doing that, man. Like, you go fuck with someone, they make a video, and you can, you know, you get, you know, that's pretty fucked up, honestly. But, you know, a lot of those, like, I don't know. I was kind of talking about a lot of those people, but anyways, yeah, like, I deleted all those videos, and I never really pursued it again, man. I never was like, hey, man, I'm gonna live the fucking dream. Yeah, no, dude, I like that, you know, honestly, man, a lot of the stuff that people do is just a cliche. Like, you see it so much, like them calling people fat or cringe or whatever. And, you know, I don't really want to talk too much about the whole cringe thing, but the whole cringe thing, and I don't know, I guess I believe, and here's what I'm going to say. I believe that the whole cringe culture thing and calling things cringe and that whole being cringe, I think that's coming from PewDiePie. And I hate to say his name, like, I don't really want to name drop people, but PewDiePie, he's like, it's like he's spreading the disease of this, you know, this cringe, calling people cringe, and you're cringe, and someone comes on my channel and calls me cringe, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I admit I'm cringe, you know, I'm a little bit cringe sometimes or whatever. It's like, no, fuck that, get that out of here, dude. That shit's a fucking disease. So anyways, I don't know, I kind of, you know, a little bit like, I try not to use the word, but so many people use that word. It's really crazy, like how many people call things cringe. And like, actually, dude, yeah, PewDiePie, yeah, that guy, because he always, I don't really know him that much, but I've went and looked at his channel, and he makes videos where he calls things cringe and shit. And he had, you know, obviously he's, you know, I think he has the most subscribers on YouTube, actually, so, which a lot of them are probably fake. Because people do, like, that's weird too, you know, what people can do for your channel is they can go buy subscribers for you, and you wouldn't even fucking know, because you're just getting, like, you didn't do anything, but people can go buy fake subscribers for you, so you think you're getting subscribers, but it could be just some geek. Because if you know about that shit, you're probably a geek, if you know how to buy people's subscribers and shit. Yeah, no, I was just kind of talking about it more or less. Like, I'm not like trying to judge anybody for saying it, like if you say it. But there have been a couple people that have, I think there's actually been like 2 or 3 people that have called me cringe on my YouTube shorts. And what? And I just, I don't know. Some of those people actually, so one guy commented gay. Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to talk about, like, do a comedy stream. I just wanted to talk about comedy and stuff. But okay, yeah, well, I guess, like, I don't know. I was just kind of I was trying to like I don't know. It seems like whenever something like someone's saying, like, a lot of people are saying a certain thing, it's because one person's saying it and then it kind of spreads out and you don't even realize. It's like bro, how people just say bro. I don't know. I was trying to like say that like PewDiePie was basically the source of the whole saying cringe and stuff, because he's like an influencer, you know. And I was just, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just a stupid kind of like little theory or thing, because it seems like a lot of people just say it, and I just, like, I'm not like, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna shut up about it right now, because it's just like, it's whatever, it's cool, like, you know, people say it, but it's kind of like bro. Like, I don't even like saying bro, but I'm just like this like word nerd, you know. Like, I write a lot of poetry and I write books and shit, and it's like certain words will just like, you know. Well, I'm not saying it did start with PewDiePie, and I'm not even trying to talk about him, because obviously it seems like he's getting enough tension as it is. But well, as far as I know, I was just making an observation about it, because I noticed that that's what that guy does. That's like a big joke. It's a joke. It's like calling things cringe. It's like, and I don't watch the guy, but the guy makes videos about that shit. Like, I couldn't even really watch him. In fact, I cringed. Like, I go watch that guy, I cringe. You know what I'm saying? So what's up with that? I don't know. And I guess it's just cringe, man. It's just cringe. Like, some people cringe to different things. Like, some people like certain things, and some people be like, hey, that's making me cringe. But, you know, a lot of those videos, like, a lot of viral videos are actually, like, very poor quality, and they're actually cringe videos. You know? Like, a lot of those, like, funny viral videos that are like it catches someone, like, falling or some shit, and a bunch of people are like, ah, you know? Like, those are actually, I don't know. They're just bad quality, I guess, sometimes, but... Word nerd? Yeah, I'm basically a word nerd. Like, different words that people use are like, I'm more particular about one, or I don't like using a particular phrase in a certain, like... what the fuck is the word? Like, in a certain, like, cultural sense. In a slang sense. Like a stylistic slang sense, because I don't like to be like, I like to rebel against that, because I don't feel like I'm in the same ideology as the people that use it though. Like, people that call things trash, they sit there on their gaming stream and they'll just sit there and call things trash like the whole fucking time. That's what they do. They sit there, that guy's trash, this guy's trash, this is trash, this game's trash, you know. And that's kind of the cringe thing too, is like, they'll just sit there, they'll be like, wow, that's cringe, that's cringe, that's cringe, that's cringe. And I'm just like, dude, okay, dude, all right. But yeah, I was already pretty much talking about that, but but yeah, making it, I just wanted to make the stream like making it in comedy. That's basically the stream that I wanted to talk about, because I just felt like I just wanted to fucking talk about it, because I've been thinking about it, and I've been trying. It's so, but here's the thing about it. It's so fucking hard to not only admit you're fucking bad, but to try to write better stuff, but to try to rebel against other people's notion that you're not funny. Because it's like, some people may not necessarily be funny, but in a sense, you have to kind of be fun no matter what you're doing. So you might not be like a wisecracker, like you're sitting here like with a bunch of wisecracks, just like you can crack a but like there's this one guy, this streamer on Twitch. He's like a prodigy wisecrack. Like he'll sit there and he'll wisecrack. He'll just be creative and make up all these crazy jokes. And I've done that before too. I can do that. It's kind of a like you have to tap into it, and it's gotta I don't know. Sometimes it comes naturally, but like but to like getting really like you're writing jokes while you're sitting there and you're performing them. Like it's just like this insane. Not many people in the world can do that. Like I was watching this girl on Netflix, her stand-up special, and she has this whole bit about her mom and her being African and a lesbian and all this stuff. And I was watching it, and yeah, it was pretty good. I was because I don't like to just not watch something because someone's black, not watch something because she's a woman. Like some people will be like, no, I don't want to watch, and they'll pass. It's like, how many women and how many black people are you passing up to the point where you're just racist? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you're gonna go watch the white guy. You watch like 5 white guys and you can't even watch like 1 black woman. Like I can't do that. I'm racist if I do that, which is pretty fucking. That's actually a joke right there. That's pretty fucking hilarious. Like, dude, I'm literally like looking at the fucking the Netflix specials, and most of them are white guys. And there's a couple black chicks, and there's this one. There's a couple different specials they got on there. They have so many fucking comedians on there. That's what I'm saying. There's so many comedians that making it in comedy is really a crazy. And you like to associate comedy with stand-up comedy, but that's not. There's so many fucking people on YouTube that do like different kinds of comedy that aren't really like in the stand-up format. So it's kind of like a different kind of it's like YouTube comedy or some shit. It's like a different kind of shit that you can master. Because I feel like, because I've watched stand-up comedians that try to do YouTube shit, and it can be kind of different. But I guess, okay. So the guy, I don't even want to say people's names. And that's another thing. People are always, I hear them in podcasts too. They're like, oh man, I don't mean to name drop. And I always do that too. Just name fucking drop, dude. Just fucking name drop. Just fucking name drop. But no, that guy, Andrew Schultz, he's a stand-up comedian, and he's had a lot of practice in that, but he's taken it to the point. The videos he does, and he even had a Netflix special. I watched it, which was pretty funny because it's just like consecutive jokes, and they flow together, and he just flashes images in front of you, and it just consecutive joke after joke after joke, and it's like this New York comedy, and this like kind of New York speech pattern and shit. And so that kind of is like a stand-up comedian that almost like was able to translate his shit into YouTube. And what I've been doing with my shorts is I'll make like little, like sometimes you can get something better out of acting versus just like writing a joke and doing the joke like you're doing stand-up comedy. Like you're not an actor really per se, even though a lot of impressions and there's a lot of acting that can be involved in stand-up comedy. Like you just kind of like make the joke and then it's the joke. You don't really like so like what I've been doing with my videos is I'll just like, I can say like 2 words and I'll just sing it, or I'll say it really stupidly or funnily or however you want to fucking say it. And then, so I'll do that, but it'll be like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. So I won't really need to like have any, because if you look at like a movie, a comedy movie, and this is something I learned recently. I actually learned it from reading that book. But it's like it's always there, but you don't really like put 2 and 2 together. You need drama in a fucking movie. In a comedy movie, you need drama to carry the movie. It's not going to be interesting if you just have comedy, if you just have jokes, you know what I'm saying? Like you need something, you need a backbone for the jokes to kind of live on, or else it's just going to be joke after joke after joke after joke kind of thing. And I think, so I don't know, it's kind of like something that you kind of have to digest, and it's kind of like this weird thing to where like it's true, but a comedy movie can like, it can make fun of the like it can make fun of the writing and the clichéness of what a drama movie is. So the whole entire fucking plot can just be a fucking whole joke or the whole story can just be a whole fucking joke. You know, everything in the movie can just be a joke. So, but it has to have a story that it's leading up to. But that creates more opportunities for making more humor, you know what I'm saying? So you have different dynamics with characters, you know, all that shit. The dynamics with characters happening and the rivalries and it's like the Adam Sandler movies. What I noticed about Adam Sandler movies is, especially the old school ones, they all have these similar dynamics, dude, and it fucking blew my mind when I started to think about it, because Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, and Billy Madison, those three movies are the same in a lot of different ways, but they're so much different in the way that their dynamics are shifted in the character dynamic. And a lot of people don't know about character dynamics. They don't really know what the fuck a character dynamic is. You know, it's built from, you know, they don't really think about that shit too much. But if you think about the different things that were happening, like basically in the movie, a lot of the time what happens is, in like a typical Adam Sandler movie is, you'll put an average guy in a normal situation, right? But there will be a point of discovery in the movie that's almost magical. It's magical enough to take an average person and put them in there, but you don't really see it as like, wow, this is some Harry Potter shit. Like the water boy having this amazing fucking tackling ability, right? Or like Happy Gilmore having such incredible golfing talent. You know what I'm saying? But he discovers, so there's a point of, and it's a typical writing sequence that I fucking noticed. And I was talking about this on Twitter too, and some people were like liking it and shit. It reaches a point, the movie will reach a point of discoverability to where the plot, the story shifts, so you start winning. And it wants you to feel good. That's how it takes you from like you relatable, shitty, average character, and it turns you to make you feel good. And then in the end of the Sandler movie, you always get the fucking girl. Happy Gilmore, wait. Yeah, Waterboy, yeah. Happy Gilmore and all those are the same in that aspect. The dynamics are the same. But if you think about, and here's a fucking crazy ass thing I was thinking about too, is the grandma. Oh man, I'm trying to remember it too, because the grandma and Waterboy and the sequence that she played, and the character, the grandma and fucking Happy Gilmore, the character in Happy Gilmore and the character in fucking like Waterboy are like completely fucking different. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you look at that, the guy in Happy Gilmore is like this aggressive, like macho motherfucker, is like, what, you know? He's like this aggressive, like macho guy kind of thing, like big-headed motherfucker. And then the guy in Waterboy is like this really withdrawn, like sensitive, almost like withdrawn from the world type shit. But he's not, you know, and obviously stupid. But Billy Madison's like a combination of both of those. Like he's stupid and he's withdrawn in the sense that his dad's rich and all this, but he's also got the aggressive side to him too. But I think there's always like a notion of stupidity in the movie. But see, it's not very like with Happy Gilmore, he's not really like, it's not like he's stupid. He's more like he's just gifted. Like he's an athlete. So if you look at and now I'm just talking about fucking Adam Sandler movies. But if you look at Big Daddy, I put way too much. I could write a fucking book on this shit. If you look at Big Daddy, though, he's not stupid in that movie. He's more of a calm. Okay, so anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is, in a nutshell, without explaining all this shit further, like, all of those movies are the same in a lot of different ways, and they just shift the character dynamics. But the story and the story dynamics are different too, and the plot, the place, you know. But it's kind of basically the same formula, which is actually smart to be like using the same formula, but just do it a different way. And you almost don't even notice. Like when I was a kid, and I was watching those movies, I did not fucking notice that. But now you take in fucking Jim Carrey, right? So you put fucking Ace Ventura in that same sense. You take those movies and you look at the dynamics of those. It's so, I don't know, man. It's weird to really, like, it bends my fucking brain to think about that after thinking about the Adam Sandler movies are easier to really break down, but you fucking take those old school Jim Carrey movies and they're really fucking weird. Like, he's a fucking cartoon character type shit. Like, what Jim Carrey did was like this, he like almost, it's almost like he took, because I know he watched a lot of cartoons. I know he was one of those guys that was watching a lot of Looney Tunes like back in the day and shit. I know he did, man. He had to have. And I think that's it. I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd have to interview him, but I think that is one of his staples and one of his influences. I don't know though. But if you really look at like The Mask and Dumb and Dumber's, I would say Ace Ventura and The Mask definitely have like cartoon attributes to them. Now I'm just talking about fucking about superstars and movie stars and shit. But anyways, I guess I don't know. I just wanted to talk about comedy and like how hard it is to make it, but really like how hard some of those people work to be able to get to where they are. And it's really crazy for me to come in and like do everything that I'm doing, because I'm trying to finish. I just finished the book today. I just pretty much posted it. It's gonna be like up for sale and stuff, but it's a poetry book, and I just finished doing like the final edit. It could be edited a lot more. Like, a lot of my books can have a lot more work done on them, but I basically try to get a good like last edit. But I've published over 36 books so far. And which is crazy for me to say that, because most of them are poetry collections. But I have several different projects going right now, but I'm writing these 3 comedy books right now that are not, they don't really have a story. They're just like these like funny, like experimental, like stupid bullshit journals or whatever, like comedy journals or whatever, but I'm keeping kind of a theme around it. And but if someone reads it, it's really just like this, because I go into like, I make one of the jokes of the book being bad, and that's part of the joke of the book, is like, this is a shitty book, why are you even looking at it, why are you even buying it? So that's part of the fucking joke. But for me to really like write these books, and for me to like know what I know now, given some of the books that I've read, or a couple of the books that I've read about writing funny shit, it's crazy, because like I can think I'm funny all I want, and I might have talent, but it doesn't matter unless I take the appropriate steps and basically work my fucking ass off to make something that's really good. Because I can so it's really hard to do, because it's like whenever it's a hard thing to not only like commit to and get the work ethic in and have the passion for it, and have all these like different, like for me to just be like one person, like usually you get on a professional project as an actor or a writer or something, and that's just gonna be your thing. Like, you're not gonna be doing like fucking choreography or music production or all this different shit. And it's not like I'm making a movie, but people can make fucking YouTube stuff that makes more money than movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make fucking YouTube shit that's like better than a TV show, and just because it's on YouTube, that don't fucking matter. But no, I've seen a lot of different guys, and I've been making some animations. I'm actually working on some animations. And fucking, so okay, so I'm gonna fucking talk about these animations I'm making right now. So I started to notice a pattern in major animated shows, like major producing. You know, like I guess it's really not even that. Like I say it like that, but it's really straightforward. Like The Simpsons, Family Guy, basically any family, you know, animated show. But basically, I guess if you look at Family Guy, like, okay, Bob's Burgers, okay, that's another one. Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, American Dad, which is also Seth MacFarlane, but so you got these like family shows and family animated shows and just family sitcoms. Yeah, no, dude, it's cool. I'm just talking on stream because I wanted to. So, but yeah, dude, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Have a good night, bro. Stay safe. But anyways, that's cool, man. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. I just wanted to do a little comedy chit chat stream. Like even if no one was on the stream, I was just gonna like just talk and just like a podcast, you know, talking to myself on a podcast. But anyway, so like basically some of these really big shows that are on TV are family shows. And for me being an animator and being like an independent producer and stuff, I've been wanting to okay, so coming up with the next big animated family show for TV is a stretch. You know, of course you got to pitch it. Of course, you know, I don't really have a reputation as an actor other than the shit that I've done on YouTube and shit, you know what I'm saying? So that might be enough of a reputation to get me a gig, like a professional gig, but I don't even want to really operate in LA or anything. So I don't really want to fuck with people at all. But that's the problem is when you're independent, it's hard to move that shit by yourself, you know? It's like packing cocaine or something, you know? Because some animations can be a drug, but just kidding. But for me to really think about producing the next big animated family show and to take a look at the process of, because I was watching a video about what it took for Seth MacFarlane to make Family Guy, and he's basically like, he's a prodigy. So like he was doing cartoons for his local newspaper, and he's basically like this naturally gifted person that's always like been like this cartoon guy, you know what I'm saying? And so for him to produce Family Guy when he did, and you know, turn around and be a you know, this successful voice, you know, everything that happened with it was a result of him basically fucking grinding so long and being basically like this person who understood animation to the point to where it's like a lot of the things from Family Guy were ripped off and implemented in a new fashion, which no one really gives a fuck about, because if you like the show, if you like, you know, if you like it, you like it, you don't, you don't. But it took a lot as far as character good design goes, and a lot of the things that went into Family Guy. Like, basically, Seth MacFarlane was trying to make the next big animated family show, you know? The name, you know, everything in Family Guy is basically revolved around that concept of, you know, and for me to be an animator, aspiring animator and everything, you know, I'm only one person, and for me to come up with even like a good base concept for a show, I mean, it's really easy to make a family show. Like, there's a lot of family shows out there that have kind of flopped, actually, like family animated shows. I was actually watching, there's this like Italian, there's a couple different ones. There's like this southern one, there's this Italian type one, And oh yeah, and then there's that one by Bill Burr, which I was kind of watching for a while, but I don't know. But basically, that's the biggest kind of animated comedy show you can make as a family show. But then again, you have a show like Rick and Morty, which, you know, it's Rick and Morty is basically just like it's a family show, but it's centered around a dynamic duo, which is a very interesting thing. I'm just talking on. I'm sure my voice is getting kind of cracked, like kind of raw. I just wanted to make a video about me just brainstorming and talking about some things, just basically podcasting. Even if no one was gonna show up, I was just gonna like podcast for a while. But that's basically all I'm doing in this stream. But I'm making 3 new shows right now, or animation projects, and one of them, I kind of am into. So what I'm doing is I'm attempting to make a new. I guess you could, like, I'm not exactly trying to make the next big family animated show, but I'm definitely, you know, trying to give a family animated show a try. So I'm making a show. It's called The Dysfunctionals. So that's my show. The Dysfunctionals. And I drew up the first drawing for it. I could do a lot of different things for it. You know? But it's The Dysfunctionals. And that's the show. Because I felt like dysfunctional, like the animated comedy shows are usually like centered around like a dysfunctional family, and that's what creates conflict and makes it interesting. And I always felt like the word dysfunctional was something that like almost was like there lingering, but I, you know, like I just grabbed it out of thin air. Like it was just like The Dysfunctionals. So to me, I can see the vision in my mind of this show, The Dysfunctionals. And I also am working on a show called Space Zombies, which space zombies, to a degree, in a certain respect, are something that definitely need more appreciation. I'm sick of seeing fucking Nazi zombies. It's always got to be this Nazi zombie bullshit. Just quit with the Nazi zombies. You know? And as far as modern zombies go, that's kind of a cliche too. I mean, we went through The Walking Dead. We went through fucking Left 4 Dead. That was a pretty big game, actually. But there's a lot of different things with space motherfucking zombies. And that's the show. And that could be a whole comic book. Just that right there just sounds fucking good. Space zombies. Space zombies. Space zombies. I don't know. Whenever I thought of that, I was just like, yeah. Space zombies. Just put space and zombies together. And then I started some other weird shit too. Vampire cats. That was an idea I came up with. It's actually fucking hilarious. Actually, you could make a whole fucking episode about vampire cats. That's an episode. Space zombies with vampire cats. Now it's just Halloween themed. You do space zombies alone, that's not exactly Halloween themed, but you bring in something else, like a vampire, it's Halloween. Practically. Oh, but the space zombie show was going to be a family zombie show, which is fucking hilarious, I thought. You take the whole idea of making a family animated show, and then you make them zombies. Fucking hilarious. I don't know, man. I don't know if it would really be a hit, but I'm making it. And it's not actually supposed to be family. That was part of the idea. But it might just be space zombies. But I'm gonna try to put good effort into it. I'm not gonna just, you know, spin some dialogue in. I'm gonna try to actually put some like maybe I need to be able to do interesting shots and cinematic transitions and cinematic build-ups and all kinds of shit. I need to be able to mix action, drama, and comedy and horror and some nice flavors, some nice recipes. And then my next show, my other show, which is a fucking crazy idea, but it's really a good idea at the same time, is Masquerade. So I took the word masquerade and I just spelt it differently, Maskarade, masquerade. So it's like the idea for masquerade is, and I'm currently developing the show. I might actually end the stream and go work on it because my voice is only going to be able to talk so long on a stream, and I didn't really want to play video games, so I just did like a talk stream. Nothing wrong with that, dude. As long as I'm talking the whole time, I can even be quiet. I can just sit here and cut my fucking nails. I mean, literally, you could just sit on a stream and wait for people come to chit chat, honestly. You don't even need to say anything. But, so the next show is Masquerade. And it's going to be, the mask is like a character, okay? But the mask is going to take this kid. No, it's not a talk show. It's going to take this kid, or this guy, and it's going to convince him to let him wear the mask. So I guess it's almost like The Mask, the movie, but it's not The Mask, but maybe it is kind of like it. It's actually very similar to The Mask, but it's not like The Mask at all. It's basically like a Jason hockey mask, and it's basically, I guess it's a new take. But I never really actually seen the connection really till, like, I seen the connection. It was pretty obvious, like Jim Carrey The Mask. But that movie came out in like 1994. So, I mean, for me to really make the show and not to be The Mask, it's not gonna be like that. It's not like that at all. It's more of like a more like modern sort of twist without it even being the same thing. But basically, it's just gonna be like The Mask is talking to him, and he's gonna like convince him that he needs the mask to get dates and stuff like that. And but it's gonna make him like a drug. It's gonna do. There's a lot of things you can do with it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess essentially it is the same thing as The Mask, but it's not really. It's different. It is, but it's not. But it's like its own thing. So, okay, it's a total fucking ripoff. I didn't even realize it was. But it's really a different kind of character, though. But you think about that for a second, too. I mean, Rick and Morty was like pretty much a ripoff of fucking Back to the Future. And look at that. That's not even like, who cares? They did so much shit with that show that it's just like, it's just a fucking amazing show. Everything that they did with it was like, it's almost like they took that base concept of that dynamic duo, made a new spin on it, did it really well, had good acting, and had really good fucking episode writing. And that's basically, you know, I was actually binge watching it kind of in the background, but I just play shit and fucking. But yeah, so that's going to be the show, and it's basically going to be like almost like a dynamic duo thing. So like there'll be more in like communication, and it's going to be this thing where it's I was thinking about the mask, you know, I thought about him going onto a mannequin. So the mask goes onto a mannequin, and then he's basically like a mannequin. That's his body. He's just a mask on a mannequin, which is pretty fucking hilarious too, because he's just a mannequin, you know. He's like, that's him. So at some point, and I think that's what I'm gonna do with the first episode. Oh, I was watching Rick and Morty. I basically played a bunch of Family Guy and Rick and Morty and stuff the last couple days because I've just been writing. So actually, the reason why I haven't been streaming is I'm trying to get these fucking books done. I want to get them on the market. And honestly, I don't know. I've gotten rid of a lot of free books, but I haven't really sold a lot. I haven't been marketing them. My voice is getting pretty My voice is getting pretty raw though, so I'm probably gonna end the stream here in a little bit. But I'm gonna get some water real quick. I could say that I'm trying to make it. But I think if I really was trying to make it, then I'd be trying to do some pitching and shit. Trying to pitch a fucking show. That's hard, man. There's a lot of anime. I've been doing it over a while. You know, I've been doing it for a while, and that's why I kind of wanted to make a stream about it. I just felt like, hey, man, throw on a yellow background and just name it Making in Comedy. Talk about fucking making it in comedy. Fuck it. It's hard. You have to kind of get real. But on a real note, I think I could definitely write professionally on a show or something. I could definitely. I can come up. If you look, dude, if you look at Rick and Morty, a lot of the episodes are just parodies. They're just ripoffs of other things. They really are. They're not even shy about it. Fucking Family Guy did a fucking parody of the Terminator. They do parodies. I don't think they try to litter the show with too many parodies though, but the cutaways are essentially parodies. The thing about Family Guy is they do a lot of risky jokes. I think, you know, even though it still has a huge audience, it's still like, it can potentially cut some people out with the kind of jokes it does. And Bob's Burgers doesn't really do like parodies, you know? Bob's Burgers is more like a just completely... Bob's Burgers was like the modern Simpsons without doing what Family Guy did. Because the Family Guy was like, oh, it's a ripoff of the Simpsons, obviously, but it did so many different kinds of jokes and different dynamics to it. But I think like Bob's Burgers is like, man, that guy's voice. I was watching Archer. That's actually a pretty good show, man. Archer, the animated show Archer. It's pretty good. It's a spy show. So I was never really turned on to Archer. I was like, man, I can't do this show. But I've watched pretty much all the episodes of Family Guy. I can't do The Simpsons. I'm not gonna watch eventually, maybe I will watch every episode of the fucking Simpsons, but I can't do The Simpsons, man. I can do Bob's Burgers, but I don't know. Some people like it, like you, Oliver. You said you like Bob's Burgers, right? I never really took to it, and I can watch it, but that's because Family Guy is so fucking gross and disgusting. It's jokes. Family Guy is such a gross show. It does have a lot of like hardcore jokes. Like fucked up jokes. Actually, Family Guy has a lot of fucked up jokes. That's why it's so fucking funny. I think I'm about done. I think I'm burning out my voice. There we go for the record. When I'm a big star, people can go back and look on the stream and see where Seth's head was at in 2021. You know, if my YouTube keeps growing at the rate that it's growing, it's not even gonna be that great, man. I gotta do something different. Dude, I got like 2,000 subscribers in the last 6 months. If I get 2,000 subscribers in the next 6 months, that's only 4,000. Like, I know you say, oh, only 4, but that's not enough. Like, I probably won't be able to make a living off that. So really, like, even though I had success on, I had a little bit of success on YouTube. It sucks to look at it and be like, yeah, but it doesn't really mean anything. But I think you also, like I was saying before, like, you have to work your way into people's psyche. Like, you have to grow on them and shit. They have to, like, learn to like you sometimes if they really want to watch you and shit. Like, they have to get comfortable and get a feel for it. That's why you have comedians that can do jokes on Twitter that aren't even really technically funny at all. They're just some little stupid little tweet and they get a bunch of fucking likes for it because they've built a contextual background with those people. That's why it's funny. If you can't build a contextual background and get into people's psyche at all, then I don't know. I feel like a lot of the animations I've been making lately, people aren't really... I don't know, it's been like that for a while though, man. It's YouTube seems to be the most difficult, man. But yeah, I'm gonna head out, dude. I just wanted to do a little, like, comedy talk stream, and I'm probably just gonna do some writing and head to bed here. Actually, damn, it's almost 11. Or I might just chill and watch some shit. Why, maybe watch a movie and go to bed. So I'll see you later, dude. Thanks for chilling. Have a good day tomorrow. I didn't mean to not ask you about your day. I was talking about myself because I'm an egotistical moron. Just kidding. I'll see you later, man. I don't know. I kind of can't. I don't know. I want to stream a game, but I'm just rolling with the flow. I'm not really committed to anything. So if I stream, I stream. If I don't, I don't. It's not like I have a bunch of people anticipating when I'm gonna stream, so I'm not too worried about it. But I had some people popping in and out, and I'm like, well, fuck, I don't want to, like, don't want to let people down. But I'll see you later, bro. Have a good night.